introducing the one and only Mr. TMI. Now check it. He's Mr. TMI, known as the Bear Man, aka homie the Black Sheep. He got the news, the stories, the topics, and so many things that you won't believe. Dropping these jewels and knowledge and giving advice and perspective on everything. He got them hard discussions, roller-driven, buzzing, tune in, don't miss anything. Bringing the best, a variety of different guests. Keeping it real, nothing less, as they dress to impress. Every day chasing a check. Follow, subscribing, request, it's time to decompress. Get everything off his chest, taking you guys on the quest. Into the mind of the podcast champion, and then telling y'all what he suggests. New season looking brighter, another level, take it higher. With all this info he acquired, giving whole stories the entire. Only here to inspire. Feel the heat, he on fire. Now hope that I got your attention. The champ in the building, y'all watching Mr. TMI.
What's up, y'all? Yeah, you know, hold on. Am I on? I saw something that said muted. You unmuted me. Thank you. Because you know my damn microphone wasn't on for 20 minutes the last show. So you daggone right. We're gonna get it out in the open this week. I don't even know what kind of attitude I'm supposed to have right now. So Tuesday night, Mr. TMI News, hosted by the one and only. Now, check this out. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm a little mixed up in my emotion because two of my favorite cousins, I'm gonna be for real, two of my favorite cousins' birthdays was the 19th and today, and they passed away over the last couple of years. So this is some real life stuff, man. You know, it's a lot that people deal with, and that's going to be part of the show as far as, you know, the different things that we have to deal with, and man, hopefully we can start talking to each other and getting this out without having it all bottled up and it being released in a negative way. So we're gonna talk about that. And we ain't gonna Nuki on the show because we got a hell of a guest this week. But before I get to the guest, I got beef with the director. You got that right. Symphony Smith, how you doing? Thank you so much. Gregorio, my boy in New York, he watching the show, man. I appreciate y'all joining in. Nana, how you doing? I'm so sad. So every year, y'all, my wife and my sister and Nana, all of us, we do a happy birthday Jesus party. So everybody be talking about what y'all cooking for Christmas. And so I had to tell them we cooking hot dogs and chips and all the other stuff that come with a with a kid party, because they throw a little kid party and then have a little cake that say happy birthday Jesus, and then they force me to sing happy birthday dear Jesus. So these are some of the things men, husbands and fathers, that y'all gonna have to do. You're gonna have to put your pride to the side and do it just for the happiness of the whole home. Now, speaking of corny, the director is in violation right now, in total violation. I love it. She looked like a ghetto Christmas card. However, she know damn well I don't like all white Christmas trees, and she flexing this all white Christmas tree on the. I mean, she look good. Don't get me wrong. The sweater, I'm loving the sweater. I really do. I like the sweater, even though she is probably 300 degrees right now.
No lie.
She got COVID temperature right now. If you was to swipe her forehead. So look, Nana say, hit it, Tate. I see. Ain't nothing like a chili dog and birthday cake. You right, bro. So yeah, we're gonna have a kitty party like we do every year, and it is now a tradition. So we'll be doing it. I'm not singing happy birthday, Nana. I don't care what you say. Hey, Kenya, thank you so much. Authentic Ears in the building, man. We got something special coming up, Authentic Ears. So y'all just wait. Y'all better check out Authentic Ears on Monday night, because they are setting it on fire. But speaking of setting it on fire, your Christmas tree, Natasha.
I had to check.
You just didn't want to put no colors, no flavor on the tree.
No colors, no ornaments, no nothing. Just a little fluff.
So Natasha Christmas tree is equivalent of if you season your meat with salt.
Really?
We gonna need some flavor on it. You ain't put a ball, a dancing star, nothing.
I pulled it out the box like this. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It
As
really
is.
is, man. It is in a uh what they call it, the Christmas story sort of way. It's beautiful, and that I know all of our Caucasian fans are loving it right now. But I know our cousins want to put some flavor on your tree. So with that being said, we gotta get into the show, Natasha. So let's go ahead and get into it, right? So thank you, director. We're gonna see you later. But in the meantime, look, Symphony Smith said the tree too nice. It is nice. You need some. I'm trying not to say it, y'all, because we in the daggone spirit of giving and all that other little corny ass. I'm tired of seeing them corny ass Christmas stories come on the daggone thing. Anyway, and we've been having Christmas since July when it comes to my household, because my wife be watching all them damn Christmas movies that start in July. That I be hating them. Let me tell y'all, for anybody out there looking to watch them damn Christmas movies, I'm gonna tell y'all what they about. Some little angry ass woman be at work. She ain't in the Christmas spirit. And then she finds some dude that get her in the Christmas spirit. They hook up and happily ever after. I hate them damn movies. I really do. Give me one that's mad. I want one that don't end right. I know it's one out there where Santa beating the hell out of somebody, right? With the hammer. Santa got a hammer and he beating the hell out of somebody. So y'all let me know what's up with that. Nana says she want one of them sweaters that you got, Natasha. Nana said, give her the website to where you got that damn sweater. Now, we got to bring our wonderful, wonderful guest on to the show, y'all. This, to me, is a friend. I consider her to be a friend because I truly believe that it ain't no truly believe. Whenever I called her, she has delivered. She has come to my rescue in a couple of incidences. And when I tell you talented AF, can I say that? Am I too old to say AF? Like, do you get to a certain age where you just say it? You just you can't just as fuck. She is talented as fuck. Because I'm too old to use little letters and stuff like that. So we're gonna bring our guest to the stage. Go ahead and bring it to the stage, producer. None other than my homegirl, Ash'Lee Priscilla, is in the building. Girl, what is going on with you?
Hello.
Look, you see all that flavor she bringing to the camera right now? You see that? Girl, what you been up to?
Man, school.
Yes.
Grinding.
Yes. You know what though? Don't give us that. When you in California, we know it's a grind, but it ain't a real grind. You ain't walking to school with the type of windshield factor that we dealing with. No, I'm just playing. Ash'Lee, look, I've told the people, first of all, man, you are one of the most dynamic actresses that I have seen, especially on stage. It's not easy doing it in a movie, but it's really not easy doing it in a play where the audience is live and the reaction is immediate. And I got to give you your props. First of all, I always give your props because she studies her roles. And then when she get into that role, she is so believable that I was crying and like, come here, I got some pills for you after the show, so you can take them and make sure you're all right. But where did this journey begin for you, though?
Oh wow. Well, to be honest, it started with my mom. Having me go do poetry, starting at church, and having me doing poems and performing for Black History Month and all these different things. And then it just became something I actually ended up really, really loving and having a passion for. And it started at church. Honestly, that's where it all started.
Look, let me tell you something. Technically, mine started at church, but I was 30. And I don't appreciate my church for making me play a thief on the cross, and I only had on some drawers, and my body was all right, but it wasn't to that degree. I had on a painted brown wife beater and some drawers, and I was on the cross, and I was the thief on the cross that didn't even want Jesus. Like I didn't even want him to see him in that day. I was the one that was unappreciative on the cross.
And you had a painted brown beater.
They took a wife beater and painted it brown, I guess to match my skin. Because I wasn't supposed to have no shirt on, but I guess that's a church violation if I'm in their chest naked. But the drawers part, I really didn't get, because it was like the old fashioned, it was like a diaper almost, like they used to wear back in the day. And all I had was drawers on underneath there. So if that pen would have came under loose, that church would have loved me. So in saying that, I do recognize, you starting out in church and the Black History Months and things like that. And as you have become an adult, you're only like 2 years into adulthood, right? As you became an adult, what continued to push you forward into this phenomenal actress that you are, in my opinion?
Honestly, the love for it, the passion for it, it's therapy for me. Acting has always been therapy for me. When I'm going through something, I'm able to, whatever I'm going through, use that to connect with the characters I portray. So that helps me to keep going forward. It's a gift that God gave me. I don't take that lightly. So what they say, your gifts will make room for you.
Yes.
Your gifts make room for you, and they really, truly have. Even when I wanted to give up and I wanted to just throw in the towel and say, forget this, I don't want to do this anymore, my Father in heaven was like, hey, look, you got to keep going because it's a gift I gave you.
Facts.
Facts.
And I'm gonna say this. I'm sorry for chuckling while you was talking, and it has nothing to do with you. The director is always saying something foul about me in them comments, and I don't appreciate that comment right there. So go ahead, put it up there. Go talk about.
I saw that. Because that's why I asked you. You had a what on, and it was painted brown.
It was like the wife beater, and it was painted, and like I was okay. The abs was there at that time, but it was just the other part. Everything was skinny. I was skinny. I ain't get my girth until I became a father. Like 5 years into fatherhood, and I still ain't got girth. In saying that, forget you, Natasha. You make me sick. Now, in saying that though, I want you to tell the people, what was your first encounter with me? Not first encounter, but you did something for me. And the audience know about the end result, but they don't know nothing about the beginning. So I'll say it. In that movie that we always talk about me running in and all this other stuff, the little bit of acting that I did know, Ash'Lee actually taught me. So it took her a while to drill it in me. To what, Ash'Lee?
Like to get you to take it serious.
Cause she was like, you have to. So my I would say the scene was pretty serious, but it's me. Like it's me.
Yeah.
So she was like, you got to take a traumatic memory or something like that, and then pull from that. And I didn't quite know what you meant at the time, but I do know it now. But I just like. So this is my way of dealing with things. When something traumatic is going on, I think of something funny, and it make me laugh. I be at funerals dying laughing. So I had to deprogram that part of my brain, pull the plug on that. He nailed that run. Yeah, if you do it 10 times, you'll nail it too. So you not only act, but you have trained other actresses and actors, correct? And do you love, what do you love doing that more, or you love doing it yourself?
It has changed for me over the couple of years. I actually like directing.
Okay.
I really love directing, and helping other people when it comes to getting in the character, to develop the character. I enjoy that. I enjoy directing for plays and for film and television, which I've had the opportunity to do at school. I just enjoy directing. It's so cool to collaborate your vision with the actor's vision as well.
Right.
And I really enjoy that, to see the end result of what you did. I love that.
That's awesome. I think you will be super dope as a director, and you do have that vision. So I know that you got other things coming. You in California, so y'all don't be shocked to you be watching one of your big movies or whatever, and you say, "I know that girl." Yeah, you know, you've seen her right here on TMI News, hosted by Mr. TMI. Now we're gonna get into some news. However, before we do that, I want you to give our people right now where they can follow you, how they can, connect with you.
All right, all right. So you can follow me on TikTok if you have TikTok. My TikTok is at Ash_BBE_acting ACTING_up. Ash be acting up. That's also my Instagram name as well. So
And
there,
she do be acting up.
and I do be, yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Ash do be acting up. So Ashley, I'm gonna ask your permission because we're entering a dangerous part of the show,
Uh-oh.
which is our news and topic segment.
Mm.
And I have to ask your permission of if you are here to go along with that ride with us.
Yeah, I'm down.
Bet.
Get
So
it. Get it.
look, I'm gonna say it fast so you can't take it back. Director, hit it. Oh. All right, so we got Florida man hits wife with Christmas tree after being asked to help with dinner.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Wait. It caught me off guard. Sorry. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. So there was nothing else to hit her with.
No.
And where was the Christmas tree located? Like, so this is my mind, Ashley. He was on the couch watching the game. She asked, "Can you help with dinner?" He got so pissed that he grabbed a Christmas tree out of the living room, took it in the kitchen, and hit her with it.
He was mad about that Christmas tree. There's some history behind the Christmas tree.
Because you passed too many other things. You ain't supposed. First of all, you're not supposed to be hitting anyone. Keep your hands to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But if you gotta hit somebody with something, I know it was other things to hit her with than the Christmas tree. But here's the thing: I think he's kind of a genius, though, Ashley.
Why?
Because you've never heard of somebody getting a domestic violence claim for being hit with a Christmas tree, hitting somebody with a Christmas tree.
Lord have mercy.
What is the most gonna happen? What are you gonna knock glitter out the Christmas tree? If you gotta hit,
I can tell you,
if you gotta hit me with something that glitter gonna pop out of, so it at least be a happy hit. That's a happy hit. Was it a big Christmas tree or small Christmas tree? I would like to know that.
I would like to know. Yeah,
that one that sit on the countertop make a lot more sense, though, right?
Yeah, the little tiny one, the little personal Christmas tree.
Imagine you in there telling the cops, and she made me do this, so I picked up the tree and I hit her ass with it. How you rationalize that? Natasha, you are a nut for that story. I swear to God, you are, because that's funny. I guess we needed a Christmas story and we got one, but it makes me think about, remember Friday After Next?
Yes. Oh my God.
Was it Friday After Next? When Santa beat Ice Cube up with the Christmas tree, right? And I feel you on that part. But Ice Cube wanted to get his lick back, so at the end of the movie, he made sure he grabbed the Christmas tree and beat the hell out of Santa with it. I said, now that's petty. That's petty. Yo, Ash'Lee, I'm gonna be for real. We are non-violent, right?
Yeah.
But if somebody got to hit you with something, wouldn't you want it to be a Christmas tree?
I wouldn't want to. No, not the Christmas tree.
Hey, what would you rather be hit with?
All the ornaments and stuff. Them the ornaments, you know, they're gonna poke you and the lights and stuff. That stuff hurt.
It's just one. It's just one ching, and then
that's enough. The one ching is enough.
It'll be like you mad but you happy because you know the sound make you happy. It's Christmas time. You try to knock Christmas in her ear, knock the Christmas spirit right into you. Kanye said he must watch the movie A Violent Night. That's what I want to see. That's the Santa Claus that's whooping people's ass. I want to see that one. Yes, A Violent Night.
A Violent Night.
Yes, I want to see that one. That is, I'm glad Kenya said that.
What is
That's
that
the
on?
movie I want to see.
What is that on? Tubi? Where can I
No,
follow?
it's not on Tubi. I think that's at the theaters.
Really?
I think A Violent Night is at the theaters and bootleg if you got it. But yeah. I want to see that Santa. Like, that because I'm gonna tell you like this, every year the movie that I watch, my Christmas movies are A National Lampoon Christmas Vacation. And y'all put what y'all Christmas movies are in the chat room. And Bad Santa 1 and 2. So that's right, Natasha. Those are the movies that I watch, and I'm gonna have to, if A Violent Night is good, I'm gonna have to put that in my Christmas movie. Damn, all that happy stuff. I love when Bad Santa cussed that little boy out. I love it. Now, and saying that, we're gonna move on to the next story. Now, you know what? We're gonna get a little bit serious now because we got some issues to address in our neighborhood, in our community. So go ahead with the next story, please. So as y'all know, Romeo confronted his father, Master P, about family issues via social media. I'm gonna just sum that up. And so I read a little bit about this, and if y'all have any input, first of all, call in 817-466-6638. That is the hotline, and call in with your thoughts about this. We're talking Master P and Romeo. Now, from what I read, it seems as though Romeo, who is now 30 years old, is upset with his daddy because he feels like he never saw any money from the Lil Romeo character, from Rap Snacks, and any other business venture that they entered together. I want to ask you, Ash'Lee, first of all, are you aware of this story?
No. I'm looking it up right now.
So while you look it up, I'll give you my opinion of what I think it is. In my opinion, and I'm not in the Miller household, so I don't know. This is my opinion, and this is alleged. But what it sounds like to me is yet another unappreciated. Let me see. That's the wrong word. Yet another unappreciative kid that is upset with their parent for not continuing to tote the note now that they're an adult. What I mean by that, if anybody don't know, it sounds like to me, because in my opinion, Master P always had Romeo in a position to shine. Always put him on. Just recently put him on to, I forgot what part 2 this movie is. I forgot the name of it, but it's part 2. It could be I Got the Hookup or something like that, part 2. But Romeo was the star of that movie. Who casted him as the star? His daddy. Who got him a majority of the Lil Romeo stuff? Because let's be for real, if Lil Romeo was not Master P's son, nobody would have gave a damn about Lil Romeo. Because name a Lil Romeo song that you jam right now. Name a Lil Romeo movie that you love. Name a Lil Romeo product that you currently use. So, in my opinion, the person that been hustling rap snacks, cereal, syrup, and everything else has been Master P. Right or wrong? You see Master P with the different products, steady hustling, steady grinding. You would think, we would think, as you know, being outsiders looking in, you would think that that's a millionaire family, right? He ain't got to hustle. He a millionaire family, but he forever developing products. And then Master P said he don't put the other little ones on like he put Romeo on. So basically he's saying that he don't give attention, he don't give the attention to the younger siblings. That's a lie. Because Master P two sons are very good at basketball. They're now college. I think one's in high school, one's in college, but they got a lot of promise going into the NBA. And guess what? The only way that them sons are being looked at for a higher level for when it comes to basketball, they got skill. But the only way that that direct attention is on them is because they are Master P's sons. If they were not Master P's sons, they just go into this big old lottery pool of other talented young men that's trying to make it to the league. Robin says you can't name nothing he has done but get on social media and have temper tantrums. Absolutely. Absolutely. And on top of that, if I'm not mistaken, Romeo went to college on his daddy's bill. That whole ICDC college commercial that he been running. Nobody would put you on, dude, if you wasn't Master P's son. And let's just say if your daddy name was just Percy in the hood. I think as parents, we done jack these kids up. This generation, and what I mean this generation is, I'll be honest with you, man. Them ones in their 20s and teens, they're a little jacked up. They got a little twisted, but it's our fault. And I said this before. We didn't have a lot growing up. And we ended up overcompensating that through our kids. And now our kids, some of these kids, not all these kids, because Ash'Lee know how to work her ass off. She know how to work her ass off. And I ain't talking about her. But I'm talking about some of these kids don't know what it's like to go without anything.
Ooh.
And now
learn that.
Think about having a father, a famous father. And you already growing up with the best. Let's be for real. You growing up with way better than the average kid just by having a famous father. Right? Now, and I'm saying if this father is there as a father figure, which Master P always seemed to be that father figure, don't get me wrong. Being a father figure and being a producer, somebody who has to generate income in the house, are we going to make every recital? Are we going to make every ball game? Absolutely not, because we have to be out here making things happen. However, as long as you're there to tuck them in at night for the most part and be there when they need them, be that security that they need, then that's what it seems like to me Master P did as a father. Now, in saying that, I'll cut my thoughts short. Not short, but I'll cut my thought and I'll come back to it because Ash'Lee, do you have anything you want to say regarding, you can talk about Master P, Romeo, or you can just talk about how you feel about this sense of entitlement from some of these kids.
Well, I have my own little testimony. When I moved out here to California, I packed up everything that I owned in a U-Haul truck and was like, I'm not coming back to Texas. This is it. This is me. I'm doing the thing. So not even 2 or 3 days here I've been here, all my stuff was stolen. They stole the U-Haul truck, and everything that I owned was in the U-Haul truck. So I had to start all over. Now that was very, I mean, it was a big hit for me, financially, as well as like, oh my gosh, like having to start over everything. So everything I owned, everything just, taken away. Now, what I learned, what God showed me because sometimes we don't realize things about ourselves. We just don't realize, like, we don't know until those things are taken away. But what God was showing me during that process was how I had become so attached to those things that I had,
Yes.
to the point where I felt like I really needed those things to survive, and not only just that, but how spoiled I was, because, Texas is a different culture compared to out here. The
Fact.
price of everything is double times what it is in Texas. So moving from Texas to California, really, to be honest, I've been very humbled. I don't have the same clothes I have. I don't have the same shoe. It has been a very humbling experience where I had to go without. Sometimes can't get my hair done. You know what I mean? Sometimes,
Yes.
I can't go out to eat. I can't hang and go do this with everybody else. I can't go on trips and travel like everybody else. So when I say it has been a humbling experience, it has been a very humbling experience. And so, I'm blessed. I'm thankful because my mom has helped me. People who I don't even know from social media been a blessing to me on TikTok, Christian TikTok people. That God bless them, all my sisters and brothers in Christ. But just to add to what Romeo and those people, what he's going through, whether it be mentally or financially, whatever. All I can say at this moment is that if your money cannot bring you happiness, your career cannot bring you happiness, your own parents and family can't bring you happiness. If you can't find happiness in God and by yourself and being content with where you are and peaceful, you won't be happy with none of that stuff.
Absolutely.
None of that stuff won't even matter. I don't care if your grandmother passed, if your uncle passed, if you don't have peace with Jesus Christ. Now I'm just saying that's where my peace came from. That's what got me through. I don't know for the people, but I can speak for myself. When I'm going through times and tough times and stuff, my peace has truly came from God.
Okay, so we're gonna turn this TMI news. First of all, Ash'Lee got it to the point where I can't cuss for the rest of the show. No. I gotta tag along with this because there was a time in my life where I thought everything was happening to me because of me. I did this. I did that. I'm making this. I'm making that. And it got to a point where God had to take things from me in order to show me it ain't you, brother. And you better give me my credit or I'll take all of this stuff from you. I'm going to tell you this, and this is just being for real, man. I lost my job the first day that we moved into a new house, right? I'm talking about literally, and forget everybody out there, I'm going to date myself. I set a box down on the kitchen counter. I plugged the phone in. Y'all go on about your business with that. Plug the phone in. The phone was ringing. I answered the phone. It was my boss laying me off, eliminating my position. I went from, at that time, which was, in my opinion, it was a nice amount for a young black man. I went from $80,000 a year to $9.99 an hour because I had to, at that time, I had to get a job with insurance to keep covering now that, my wife, kid, and was pregnant, all that good stuff. So I remember coming home and my wife said, yo, the repo man knocking at the door for the car. They said, you got to get a car up. And I remember throwing my hands up and I said, I don't know what else to do. And at that point, that was me releasing what I thought I was holding on to and giving it to God. And I kid you not, the next day, God laid a path for us to get back on track. However, was it a smooth path? Absolutely not. Because God had to, that's right, humbling experiences. God had to make sure that it wasn't easy for
Come
me to
on.
get back there.
Come on, Tate.
Because if it would have been easy for me to get back there, I would not appreciate it as though I do right now.
Come on.
So this guy sitting here right now, I ain't doing nothing. This is all God.
Come on.
100% God. And sometimes, once again, God got to spank your behind. Because God spanks his kids that he loves.
Yes, he does.
You will spank your kid that you love to keep them from doing wrong. So God will spank his children. And he had to spank me because at that time, there was nothing you could tell me that it wasn't Tate the reason why this stuff was happening. So in saying that, I totally agree with, and then also, Ash'Lee, God will take stuff away from us that we're holding on to because he's like, I can't give you nothing else if you don't let nothing go. So God had to probably take that stuff away from you. Once again, you moved from Texas, right? And it was a lot of memories of Texas in that truck.
Sure was.
And in my opinion, God said, look, Ash'Lee, I told you you're going to start over.
Start over.
So now look at you. Shining, but got a whole nother appreciation for what God has done for you. So Reverend TMI will shut up now. Because what I want to do is I want to transition to the next story, which is really heartfelt in my opinion. And then we're going to go into our topic. So the next story is regarding DJ Twitch. And, you know, he was a DJ on Ellen's show for a long time and ended up committing suicide at the age of 40. And so I kind of been looking at the different comments that everybody has been posting and been looking at the different pictures that everybody has been posting of him with them. And everybody always saying he always seemed to be a happy guy. He was always the life of the party. He was just such a shining light. And I'm going to say this. Y'all don't know how hard it is for us to shine that light. And I'm saying, I'm putting myself into that. How hard it is for us, and they say the strong ones, to shine that light constantly when we're around total darkness.
Come on now.
Now, you might say, well, his family was great, and his this was that, and his this. We don't know what type of traumatic experience this young man was carrying for those 40 years. Because sometimes our grief and being driven to that point, it don't start from yesterday. It starts from, man, when I was 5 years old, some stuff I never got handled. And it only take a minor thing to sit you back in that spot of darkness in which you never resolved. Terry said people suffer in silence. Absolutely. Absolutely. And to me, and it was something said on Authentic Ears last night. Once again, tune in to Authentic Ears on Monday night. They are so dope. But I was thinking about how much pressure is put on the strong ones. And you don't know what type of pressure that was being put on him from his family as far as being the breadwinner. Now, let me explain to you what I mean by that. I'm not talking about his family in his house. Him being the breadwinner, him being famous, trust and believe he was getting outside pressure from family members, cousins, and different things like that. And this is alleged. I don't know, but I can just imagine, because a lot of us, without being famous, are the breadwinners in our family, meaning, man, they make money. And for some reason, it's people in our families that feel like we never run out. So that way they can constantly ask and constantly put pressure and not pay back and not do this. And, oh, they don't need that. They got this. And you don't understand that these strong people do break. And that's what this situation seems like to me. It seems like a strong person finally broke. And we never know what was the little straw that finally broke them. Yeah. Ash'Lee, what are your thoughts?
Well, I don't really like the check on your strong friends, check on your strong this, because to be honest with you, we're not strong as we
Right.
think we are, as people think that those people are, to be honest. I don't know where everybody else, some people don't believe in serving the same God. I get that. So everybody's where they get their joy, their happiness, their peace from is from wherever. But even as a person who is a believer in Christ, I still struggle with things as well, things from my past and things that have, hurt me, or past trauma. My grandmother just passed away not too long ago. That was hurtful.
Right.
My dog passed away after her, so those were things that were hard. And, even as a believer, and that I thank God, that I do have faith, but at the same time, I thank God for the people He placed me around. I thank God for my Christian sisters and brothers in Christ, and my friends who may not even be in the same faith as me, that check on me and text on me and really, really take the time to really hear me out and see what I'm going through. It's really, really imperative that people have a support system of people who pray for them, who really care about them, that they can talk to and be honest about what they're really going through. And I thank God that I actually have some people like that, because they pray for me, they uplift me, they encourage me, and there is some of the same people, the reason that I'm able to continue to keep going, you know.
Right.
And so I don't know much about Twitch and his situation. I don't really know um, what he was going through, but I prayed that I hope that anybody else who might be in a position like him, or is going through something like him, or thinking about that they surround themselves with some people that they can really be honest with, and be truthful with, that can really uplift them and be with them and care for them, not just pray for you and say how you doing, go pull up
Yes.
on you. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Pull up on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna pray for you. No, you're not. No, you not. Okay, go ahead.
Pull up on you and check on you to really see, like, are you okay?
Right.
You know.
So in saying that, man, somebody's comment really just touched my heart, because Robin, she said my faith and some strong people in my life has helped me from staying in the dark spot I was in. Depression is real.
Mhm.
Robin has had tremendous loss, a tremendous amount of loss recently, like over the last couple of years. And she is one of those ones who you always see smiling and bright and all this other stuff, and you don't never see the breakdown.
Mm.
And at the end of the day, we got to understand that everybody needs that support.
Mhm.
Everybody, even the ones you think don't need the support, they probably need the support even more, because they've been leaned on so long that now, like, example, I'm gonna say something stupid and then I'm gonna be for real with you. In my younger days, I used to cook my behind off for Thanksgiving, right? And I would stay up all night and cook up all the food. I don't want nobody helping me, because you ain't doing nothing but getting in my way. And if somebody needed a turkey fried, I would fry their turkey along with my family. So I ended up, and this is no exaggeration, I ended up frying 25 turkeys one year.
Wow.
But I done got old, and so have they. And I'm talking about they as in my children. And I make these Negroes and Negrolites get up and help me now, because the strong person has now become a little weak. So now, where I used to cook everything and have so much energy for company, I can't do that no more. And I had to realize, we're going to have to delegate. Now, in saying that, I lost a very close family member to suicide. And I think that needs to be addressed in the Black community, because that word is shunned. And we throw this, I gotta say it, y'all, and I'm sorry. Hey, look, if I offend you, TMI News, but When Black people say we don't believe in suicide because you go to hell if you take your life, let me tell y'all something. The family member that happened to, I used to have the same feelings as far as ain't nothing wrong with that person. Ain't nothing wrong with it. They just want some money. Or ain't nothing wrong with that person or whatever. But as I was around that person, I saw that mentally they had clicked out. They was not the same person. They were not the same person. And so it was said prior last night about being selfish if they take their life and all this other stuff that we put on, the pressure that we put on our community. But now we're seeing that, yo, you know how, I don't know if nobody else knew this, but like back in the day, you would hear, oh, suicide, we know that wasn't a Black person because we don't do that. Well, it's becoming real prevalent. If it was prevalent before, I don't know, but I'm talking about lately, it's becoming extremely prevalent. Why? Because we have mental illness in the hood, y'all, that we have not dealt with. It's some of y'all carrying some things from when y'all was from the point of when you were able to remember, and y'all carrying it into your 20s, 30s, and 40s and 50s and never getting help with it. And for us to sit back and say somebody was a coward for doing that, or whatever the case is, or Black people don't do it, I call bullshit. Excuse my language. And we need to start saying, yo, this is an issue in our community, and we need to take it serious, and we need to address and get help for it. Because a lot of our illness mentally was dealt with. How did society deal with us? Was locking us up in prison. So Ash'Lee, I want to hear your thoughts about mental illness in the hood, and how what are your thoughts about that?
Well, I have so much I could say. One,
you go ahead. I'm chilling. Go ahead. It's on you.
One, I think the reason why it's becoming more prevalent within Black culture is because God doesn't care about whether we're Black or white. He's letting it be known that it's your soul, it's your spirit. Now that none of that even matters at this point, because now it's starting to affect not only just the white community, it's affecting Blacks, Indians, it's happening everywhere.
Yes.
Worldwide spread. So it's not even just about where you're from or what culture you're in. It's happening everywhere. It's a problem. Two, I definitely believe it needs to be something that needs to be addressed within being a part of the Black culture, because one, I will never forget, I created a post. I was really going through something. This happened like before I moved to California. This was a couple of months before I moved, and it was what's his name? Robert Williams had a post about suicide. And it was a quote that I had like reposted on Facebook about it. And I was talking about therapy and how we need to go to therapy. And my mom saw this and she called me and was like, "What you mean? What you know about depression? How you know you was depressed?" What? You just asked me how did I know if I was depressed? It was almost as like I cannot be depressed. That is not even something that I should be saying out of my mouth. It shouldn't even be something that's coming out of my mouth. And I was like, "What do you mean? What do I know about depression? I know a lot about it." And she started asking me all these questions. Well, how do you know this and how do you know that? And it really clicked to me that this is something that we have talked ourselves into believing that is something that we cannot be a part of, or that's something that we cannot deal with or go through. And it's not right. And it all stems from what happens in this house stays in this house. Do in this place, stay in this place. And all of these things are starting to come. They're being broken because that stuff was not, it was a facade. It wasn't our reality.
Facts.
Not our reality. Going to therapy is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with going to therapy. I went to therapy. Heck, it's good for you. You need to be able to talk about the things that you go through. You need to be able to get things off your chest. You need to be able to talk about your past trauma, things you haven't healed from. You need to be able to talk about that uncle that raped you, that aunt that touched you, who molested you. These things need to be talked about because we haven't been talking about them at church. Now you're starting to see people talk about it at church, not even just church, but the body of Christ starting to talk about it and come about it on podcasts and things. These things have to be talked about because you have to be able to be real about them and vulnerable about them to heal from them. And especially the fact that this is not only just that, this was a Black man. You're seeing a lot of Black men take their lives. Men have been always told that they cannot be vulnerable. They have to hold everything in, be the strong, this and that. No, our men go through what women go through too.
Right. Absolutely. And I'm gonna say this. God, dog, you put so many gems out there. First of all, men do go through a whole lot. And we as a culture have been taught, man up. That is the most dangerous phrase in our society. Man up. Man up means show no vulnerability. And we got to understand that you are a human being. You are vulnerable. You are vulnerable to a lot of things. And unfortunately, we have hardened the shell to the point where we can't get to the center of the emotions in our heart. And what I mean by that is, think about this. Yeah, men have been told to man up, but women, especially Black women now, have to man up. Have to man up. So our society is showing, going back to your mom, no disrespect to your mom or anybody that was in this situation, but instead of your mom, saying, yo, I need to get my daughter some help, your mom took it personal, like you were blaming her. And that's not the case. That's not the case. And I think in our society, that happens a whole lot where they don't even see the problem of the person that's crying out because they too offended that you trying to say I did something.
Yeah, come on, Tate.
No. And even if you did do something, 9 times out of 10 you were unaware. Mm-hmm. Even if you did do something, try to fix it. Don't get offended and shut down. And now y'all not talking to each other because she said I was the reason why her such and such. No, that is not the way to deal with it.
Come on.
That's causing division in our society. That's why so many mothers against daughters and fathers against sons. Because we think for some reason we think we were the perfect parent. I know I wasn't the perfect parent. I know my kids be cussing out in these streets, and it's my fault. It's my fault because they hear me, especially when I'm on Call of Duty. But anyway,
not on Call of Duty.
Understand that you're not perfect. They did not have a manual outside the Bible for you to raise your kids. You did the best that you could, and mistakes were made. You left them with someone that you thought was trustworthy, that come to find out they weren't trustworthy. Your kid is scarred. Don't blame your kid. Get it resolved, because now your kid think they got to be strong enough to hold on to this damn secret, and they end up holding on to it into the point where now they are with someone and it's affecting the relationship that they're having with their significant other because they're still holding on to this secret. They could never have a solid relationship because they are still traumatized by the situation that was never dealt with when they were a 5-year-old little girl. And I'm saying 5, but y'all know it happens in all ages. Mm-hmm. A 5-year-old little boy. Because guess what? The boys done been touched too.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
And some of them holding on to the masculinity that they're told that they're supposed to hold on to holds on to this freaking secret,
Come on.
and that's damaging as hell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I used to not be this kind of person, but I am now. Spirits are transformed.
Come on.
Transferred.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, not transformed. Transferred. And when somebody violates your child like that, they just put a hell of a spirit in your child that got to be dealt with.
Come on now.
And if you don't deal with it, now that person grows up to be an adult, but they still got that spirit in them. And guess what happens? For the most part, they end up passing that spirit on the way it was passed to them.
Come on. Mm-hmm.
So in saying that, this 40-year-old young man who seemed to be happy to everybody else, and guess what? His stuff was put out there to the point where it was like, wow, he was a celebrity, he had money, he had a happy family and all that. What was his issue? Well, in my opinion, that's just showing me you think a person can have it on the ball and you think you want what they got.
Come on.
You think you want what they got. You never know. Like a lot of people, let's be for real, and I'm going to rewind to a news story. It ain't folks out there that they want to kick it with their son like the way Master P and Romeo pretend to kick it. But you don't know what the hell was going on in the house.
True. Yep.
See, it's a lot of times we want stuff. You want it, but you don't really want it the way they got it. You don't know. You don't know. But I go back to Ash'Lee, we got to deal with this stuff. We can't be scared. And I think, can I be honest with y'all? And Ash'Lee, you can cuss me out if you want to in biblical terms. You can cuss me. But I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm churched out. I'm churched out.
I understand.
I'm churched out because they don't deal with these situations.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody is in there like, the Lord touched me. I'm good. Hallelujah, shouting and running and shaking and all that other stuff. And then as soon as you go up there to them and say, I just need some help. I pray for you. I'm going to pray. That's a way of them telling you, go on about your business. I ain't
Well, I think a lot of people are churched out. Shoot, some of them, even me. You know, this is why it's a time to have a relationship with him yourself. You know, it's
absolutely
not about the church. I mean, church is only part of it. The people that's in there, they need help just like you need help. You know what I mean? They all trying to figure it out just like you trying to figure it out. It's a time for you to study for yourself. It's time for you to get to know him for yourself.
Absolutely.
For you, seriously, because we listen to man all this time. We've been listening to the pastor all this time. It's time for us to go back to the person we really supposed to listen to.
Oh man, you got that right. And due to the fact that so much deception is being done inside the church, and so many people put all of their faith in their church. I mean, I was reading a story about that one pastor in New York that was conning folks out of a lot of money and asked, okay, so this is allegedly, asked the old lady for $90,000, conned her out of $90,000.
I saw that. Mm-hmm.
Talking about he investing it for her. And then a lot of our elderly people, which we're going to talk about on another show, a lot of our elderly people, they put all of their faith, not into God, but into this man of God. And they end up being duped. So in saying that, man, is to me, yeah, I'm churched out. And I found myself doing more reading on my own than I ever did in church. Girl, I ain't never got past Genesis in church. I'm being honest. I don't know the next book of the Bible.
I'm done.
However, when you seek him for yourself, which is the mission that I'm on, ain't no more programming me to your tune. Ain't no more revving your throat up and getting me excited. Sorry, I'm here to seek for my own understanding because I don't understand what the hell y'all preaching. and you never deal with situations that these younger people, while y'all trying to figure out why y'all losing all the young people, you're not relating to the young people. You're not talking about nothing that they dealing with. You spending these nursery rhymes. Sorry, I gotta call it like I see it. You spending these nursery rhymes. I ain't talking about the stories of the Bible, because when you read the stories of the Bible, that's not what I'm referring to as nursery rhymes. I'm referring to nursery rhymes as you got your skit that you preach, depending on what book you coming from. That's how you tune your throat up every time you preach that certain little section. In my opinion, that is your view, and that is your nursery rhyme. Now, I'm going on. I'm sorry for anybody on here that I love the Lord, y'all, trust. But I just don't like all of this conning stuff. And this is leading to our people's mental illness, because when that veil is pulled off of who they put their faith in, other than God, when that veil is pulled off, that does psychological damage, because you thought that this person, for lack of a better term, was perfect. Your pastor, your reverend, or whoever else, you thought they were perfect. So I want to go to a comment, and I want your thoughts on this comment as well, Ash'Lee. I'm sorry I've been talking, but you know when I get passionate, it goes down. There was a comment by Natasha. If you can pull that up. You don't know what it is. It's right here. Hold on. I can't stand the direct. Hold on. You got your Christmas sweater on, but then don't want to find the comment that you typed. Hold on. It's right here. Therapy has been taboo in the Black community for a long time. I'm glad that line of thinking is changing. Old values and beliefs have to die. Absolutely, because that whole put the crazy folk in the back room of your grandmama house mentality gotta stop. What are your thoughts about that, Ash'Lee? Have you seen how do we handle that in our community, and how did we handle that back in the day, and how do we handle it now, in your opinion?
Back in the day, it was just swept under the rug.
Man,
you know, we
ain't
just
the rug this high?
the rugs.
Okay,
I actually had a recent incident where there was some he say, she say stuff. So I just pulled everybody together on a group chat. It was like, what's up? Let's talk about it. And I was told that's the devil. And I was like, what? It was like, doesn't the Bible say when you have an issue with somebody that you have an issue with, you go to your brother, your sister, you have a talk with them in private? That's the problem. We have these issues with each other. We don't talk to each other about it. We just, God gonna fix it. He gonna work it out. We're gonna give it to the Lord, when the Lord is giving us everything too. He's given us humbleness to be able to understand somebody, to be able ears to listen to people. You know what I mean?
right.
Like she said, old habits are going, old beliefs are being torn away. We have something new now, which is our relationship. And as far as mental health, we would put it under the rug. Now people are going to therapy. The people that want it, they know it's available for them. I've gone to therapy. It helps. I couldn't afford to keep going. That's okay. But, but it helps. Most importantly, just praying, like I said, having a group of people around me that understand, that know. I really do have some sisters and some brothers that really have been a blessing to me, like truly been a blessing to me. Finding the people that God has for you. And most importantly, there are days where I just cried out. I've learned that it's okay to not be okay.
Right.
It's okay that there's just sometimes you're just not okay, and that's okay. Everybody thinks that life is, you're just going to be always happy. That's not what God promised us. You know what I mean? It's not always rainbows and peaches and cream. You know, without that, how can you get to the next place? You know what I mean? You got to go through
Right.
stuff to get to the next place, you know. But as far as mental health, you know, people call it mental health. Some people call it deliverance. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to call it, your process is heal. And whatever you do, what you got to do to get to your healing.
Absolutely.
That's what you
Absolutely.
gotta do.
I'm going to ask you this question, though. Our community has been trained to bask in the downfall of one another.
Mm.
And what I mean by that, for all y'all that don't think, yeah, she thought she was all that, but now her rent behind. Like, we stupid like that. How do we come up out of this mentality?
When it started hitting you and hitting your front door and your rent, you can't pay your own rent. And I start hitting you with the stuff you talking about other people.
I'm glad you said that. So for all the Ash'Lee Christian community out there that has helped her, please donate. My Cash App is
You know, there's this story my friend told me, and I love this story. Shout out to my friend Shalon. She told me this story a long time ago, and I thought this was such a blessing. This story is about this lady. She was at home, and she kept praying. She was praying out loud all the time that God would fill her shelves and fill her refrigerator and fill it up, and nobody would fill it up for her. And she just kept praying. So her next door neighbor was an atheist, and he heard her praying all the time. So he went and he bought her all this stuff, bought her furniture, bought her groceries, brought all this stuff. And so he came and he knocked on the door and he told the woman, "You've been praying. Well, where is your God? Because guess what? I done bought all this stuff for you. I bought this, I bought that." The lady said, "God did it. God did it. God did it."
You see how God used the devil in order to bless her? That's right. No, I ain't gonna call a man the devil, but still, you the devil. That's what you worship. You the devil. No, I'm just playing. That's playing. But in saying that, man, this has been an awesome season finale show. I wanted Ash'Lee to be that person to close the season out with me. I appreciate you stepping up to the call. Anybody out there that has not subscribed to the YouTube channel, we are really growing fast, man. So please hit that subscribe button. It costs you absolutely none of your tithing or your offering money.
What would you say?
And you could probably get a word. It just depends on my mood. If I'm in a goofy mood, you ain't gonna really be able to take none of this with you. Now, it's saying that, look, Gregoria said, "Tate, my bad. I'm not familiar with your beautiful guest. What movie or films can I look for her?" You can look for her in everything. Shoot, because when she come up, well, first of all, when she come up out of school, because I believe the things that she has done has already gone, it's already passed, if I'm not mistaken. But her new projects are really gonna pop once she come out of school, and we as Bold and Driven plan on keeping you up to date on everything that Ash'Lee got going on. So she's gonna be sending us her information, and we're gonna be posting it. So trust and believe, you're not gonna miss out on anything. But trust and believe, she is a must watch. Now, for some reason, somebody is deciding to call. So let's go ahead and take this phone call.
We got a caller.
You're on TMI News. Who is?
Hello. My name is Jay O'Connor. This is my sister. I just wanted to say I'm very proud. I was watching Ash'Lee. Ash'Lee's my sister in Christ, and
yes.
I'm just so happy and proud to just see her on here. And I just thank you for blessing her for this opportunity as well. This girl is going up. She is going up. God has some great story, and honestly,
wait. I'm sorry. I missed your name. Say your name again.
Jay O'Connor.
Okay, so I want to first say I'm so sorry. You tuned in. I know I've been cussing.
No worries. Anyway, man, we still do.
And Ash'Lee has been such an angel, but I'm working on that demon that I got, that little cousin demon that I got.
It's all right. It's all right. we still listen, we slip up sometimes too. We ain't perfect. We ain't perfect.
Oh, thank y'all for accepting me into your home.
Yes. All right.
So thank you for calling, and we really appreciate it. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe as well. Thank you for listening in. And yes, your sister in Christ is absolutely wonderful. She is a beautiful person, and I know there are big things ahead for this young lady.
Yes, yes. Love you, Ash. Just up.
I love you too, Jay. Thanks for calling and tuning in.
No problem. Later.
All right, so we are at the end of the show, and I only got about 10 minutes of deodorant left. So, in saying that, Ash'Lee, go ahead once again and give the people where they can follow you, where they can find you, all that good stuff.
You can Google me. You can type in my name. Google me if you want to read some articles about me or check out my IMDb. It's capital A SH apostrophe capital LEE. Ash'Lee Priscilla is PRISCILLA. All right. If you want to Google me, my social media accounts, you can find me on TikTok and on Instagram at the same username. It is at Ash ASH _BE _acting ACTING _up UP Ashby acting up. Y'all can follow me on Instagram and TikTok.
All right. And for everybody out there, all of the old heads of TMI News who know why I'm rocking the KMBA hat, for the new people out here, it means kind man by association. Just wanted to let you.
I was wondering what that. I was like, I was like,
for the new people, for the new people on here.
Okay, Tate.
So it's saying that I'm gonna bring the director on so she can properly get us off the show. So Natasha, because she looking so festive, she gotta come back on. Natasha, how we gonna get out of here, girl?
You know how we do it.
The greatest news segment in history.
Dang, she ain't even let me say my part. If you don't know what you've been listening to by now, you just been listening to what Ash'Lee just said. The greatest news segment in history. On behalf of myself, Mr. TMI Tate, the director Natasha, and our lovely guest, Miss Ash'Lee Priscilla, we are out of here, y'all. Peace.